Hello everyone, I am going to talk about today. The topic is life processes in my online class. Now, firstly, I am going to introduce you today in this video about life processes. So, when we begin with life, then we start the question that comes to our mind, that is what is living and what is not living. What is alive and what is not alive. And the major thing that comes into our mind is about movement. And there's some kind of movement should be there in the organism, which is not enough, I feel, is a characteristic to define a living organism. Because you may see certain things like seed, uh, you must have seen pupal stage of insect, many other things like that, and which do not show any movement. What do you think? They are not alive? They are alive. So, if we go deep into this, we are referring to some kind of molecular movement, which is the characteristic of living organisms. See, if you look at a living organism, it is made up of what? It is made up of organized structures, which we call as what? Cell. And all of you know that cell forms tissues, then organs, organ systems in the multicellular organism. Now, moving into this, and if you look at these organized structures as well, to maintain these structures, there are certain processes done to maintain these structures, and these processes are called as what? As life processes. So, so already I have introduced you uh, to this life processes. So, first life process that we are going to start today is nutrition. Fine. So, what is nutrition? So, it is the intake of nutrients and its utilization by an organism for various biological activities. Like you intake food and your body utilizes it for doing various kinds of work. Okay. Now, firstly, we are going to divide this nutrition. Let's see what are the different types of nutrition. Okay. So, nutrition is divided into two types basically. That is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Now, in case of autotrophs, all of you know plants are the best example of your autotrophs. That is, they are able to prepare their own food. What they do? They prepare their own food using what kind of substances? Inorganic raw materials present where? In the surrounding. Now, heterotrophs, you know, all other plants, and there are animals also, organisms, various kinds of organisms. You have read in class 9th about classification chapter. You have seen the diversity of various kinds of organisms there. So, you know that there are many organisms that they derive food from plants, prepared food from plants and other animals. Okay. Now, we will further divide these heterotrophs into further category. Okay. So, let's see what are they. Okay. Now these heterotrophs, they are further divided into, there are three other modes of nutrition. One is your Holozoic, another is your saprotrophs, saprophytic, and another is your parasitic mode of nutrition. Okay, now let's first see about Holozoic. Who are the ones who are called Holozoic? They intake food in the form of, they intake solid or solid and or liquid food directly. Various examples, various organisms comes under this category, like your amoeba, humans, various other organisms. They are what? They are Holozoic. Now, who are the saprotrophs? Saprotrophs are the organisms who feed on dead and decaying matter. They feed on dead and decaying matter. What is the best example of them? Is there fungi. You have read in class 9th about them. So they feed mainly on, they are basic saprotrophs. There are bacteria also. Okay. Now if we look at parasites. Parasites are the organisms which feed on, they derive their nutrition from, they feed on living organisms. They feed on living organisms. Saprotrophs, they feed on dead and decaying matter, okay? And they feed on living organisms. I hope all of you know various parasites. One of the best example that you can quote is your leech. There are various parasites in your body, like various kinds of worms you must have heard in class 9th in your classification chapter. You can relate with that. So all those kinds of liver fluke, tapeworm, all these are examples of what? They are examples of your parasites. They feed on living organisms. Okay, so I have introduced you now nutrition definition, which is very important, and the types of nutrition. Now, how will you read it? How will you get your NCERT? So, there is a site which you can go and refer to. So, just note down those site which you can refer. One is your CBSE nic.in, nic.in, okay, which you can go and you can go to student section there and you can download your what? Syllabus. Okay. Then you can visit to the site ncert.nic.in and you can go to your class and you can download your NCERT, Science NCERT. Download entire book. And life processes which chapter? It is your chapter 6. Chapter 6. This is your life processes chapter. So go read it And after introductory, no, introduction, there is some in-text questions given. Okay, so do these questions. Okay, fine. Thank you.